they really did this doll for a Playline budget doll like so much better than what they do for a lot of their other products. Hey everybody, welcome to the Doll Circle, and today I'm opening up the new Little Mermaid doll. Well, one of them, because they have so many different variations from like the Disney store to the regular Mattel release. So there's a bunch of different ones out. This one is just the, I'm gonna call her, I guess, like the standard budget line version. I paid $14.99 on Amazon because I was impatient and didn't want to find her in the stores, even though I did try and I didn't see her. But so I gave it and bought her on Amazon. And honestly, compared to the pictures of the one from the Disney store, I think she looks cuter. All right. I don't know, something about the face mold. I don't know if it's because she has her mouth closed, and the other one she has like a grin, and the grin is kind of like off-putting to me. I love her just in the package like this. But let's go into the package a little bit. Also, I wanted to show you, even though this package is super destroyed, this is by Tycho, and this is the holiday version of Ariel, only because I don't have in box anymore any of the other Ariel dolls that I had from Tycho. So this is the only one that I could really show you. But it's just so funny to see how far the Little Mermaid franchise has come, because obviously Ariel has had many variations in the doll world all the way up into what we have now. And honestly, like looking at this one, I'm like, oh wow, she's so elevated now, just in like the face sculpt and everything. But to me, this one looks very much like the cartoon. She's campy. She looks a little bit more like, I don't know, like younger looking, like a little kid, versus I feel like she does look very much more mature in what we have now. Even into the ones in the 90s where they kind of gave her different sculpts in the Mattel line, she looked more mature. So the very first Ariel doll, in my opinion, does look the most youthful. And also the size wise, like the doll on this one I think is only 9.5 inches, and then this one's like a standard, I think like 11-inch doll size. So definitely giving us something a little different. Here, let me see, make sure it's in focus. For the Ariel dolls, like she looks like a Sailor Moon Bandai character. Like I said, these are by Tycho, and these started coming out in like 89, 90, right around that time when the movie came out. So I just want to show you really quick like what one of the first Ariel dolls looked like, and then showing you now in the package what it looks like now by Mattel. And honestly, she's so pretty, so beautiful. Like I said, I don't know if it's like her face sculpt with the mouth closed looks better to me for some reason. I don't know. She just looks so, for a budget doll. Like I said, this is the basic one. Doesn't come with like any frills, no like accessories or anything. Honestly looks the best. Like she looks so good. Why do you look so, you look so good. So good. She does have also a blue dress version of the doll, which I don't know if I'm going to give it and get. I may or may not. I say no, and then, you know, I end up getting it. But that is the blue dress version. And there's also one where she has like the other mermaids, like her sisters in the pack. There's ones, oh gosh, what else are the other ones? Like there's the collector 17-inch version. So the dolls are out. Like they're coming out. They're pumping so much Ariel dolls. So let me get her out of the box, and then we can talk a little bit more about this doll, and then just how wild there's so many Ariel dolls out, and the movie's not out yet either. So, Okay, got her out of the box, and if you were thinking about getting her, just buy her. Like honestly, she is so, and again, I don't want anyone to think I'm completely shading or dissing Mattel. I'm not a huge fan of Disney dolls in general, especially the ones that we've had in the years past from Hasbro and now in Mattel. Like they're dolls literally made for playline things, right? Like they're made for kids to play with, throw around, put in the bathtub, play in the sand. Like, you know, I mean, they're at like a $10, $11 price point. But this, I don't know what to say. Like her tail looks so, the coloring is really beautiful. I love that they added clear to it. Her hair, I love, it just looks, she looks like the actress. Like they really did this doll for a Playline budget doll like so much better than what they do for a lot of their other products. And I don't know why. I mean, I know why. Obviously it's a movie and they want to try to make as much money off this movie as possible. I get it, money. But I just feel like if Mattel did this consistently with their products, people wouldn't be as going like, oh, it's a Mattel thing or a Barbie fashionista. You know, I feel like if they did this level all the time, people would be like, oh, Mattel, good. You know, like the opinion would be so different if this is what they did consistently. All right, so let me show some close-ups here. Let's get close up. Look at this beautiful tail. Now the tail was detached. You do clip it on when you take it out of the box. Beautiful. I love the see-through, the paint. Now, I mean, it's not perfect. Let me make that, you know, again, not perfect. This is printed on there. You can definitely tell from a machine because you can see the lines when it's printed. So not the best when it comes to that. Like, I don't even know if my camera can pick up the lines on there where you see the lines of the printing going down, but the coloring is beautiful. And obviously a child getting this doll will love it. Like, I mean, it looks just like her. Wow, they even got her little mole here. Like, look how beautiful. Like, she looks great. Absolutely great. I love the color of her hair. I mean, she looks like a real person versus when you look at, sorry, I'm like so close to the camera, versus like when you look at the other Ariel dolls, whether it was the one from the 90s into the early 2000s or the Tycho one like the one I had, you look at that doll and you're like, okay, cartoon. Okay, it's the doll from the movie, right? It's a character from the movie. But when you see her, you're like able to connect and humanize her a little bit more because she looks like the actress, and they didn't do her dirty. Because I hate to say it, like, celebrity dolls, not all of them, but most of them look questionable. All right, well, just say it. I mean, look at like the Spice Girl dolls. Not the greatest example of when they're trying to make a doll within like a Playline budget price to look like somebody. I'm not a collector doll, because collector dolls are different. Like the Cher Collector Bob Mackie doll is totally different. But I'm saying, like, for a Playline doll, like, they did this doll so well. Now, it is all molded on, because obviously this is a Playline doll meant to be, like, played in the water. She's a mermaid. She's probably going to end up in the bathtub at least once in her lifetime. So I feel like for that, it makes sense to be molded on. And honestly, like, I wouldn't want to change her. I feel like if I wanted to get her with her feet version, I would just buy the blue dress version, right? You know what I mean? Like, if I really wanted her to have legs. So I feel like this being molded on, just the shaping looks beautiful. I feel like, I don't know, they just did her so well. And I love what they did with the face. It's not too over the top. Like I said, with the other Ariel dolls we've had in the past, I'll bring this up as an example again. You know, she looks animated. She looks like a cartoon. She looks like a little kid. Like, she doesn't look like somebody, like a real person, because we're keeping it in the world of animation. Since this is a live action doll and it's from a live action movie, I'm glad that they made the doll look like her as much as possible. But I feel like they also executed it well, and they didn't do like the Beauty and the Beast live action doll. You know, not all dolls can be beautiful. I mean, you know, she's beautiful in her own way. I'm sure there's somebody out there that just loves that Beauty and the Beast doll. But for this one, like, gosh, she's so great. And I love her hair. And they put in, like, I mean, they did the hair just like she does in the movie. And that's, to me, great. They could have just done all one texture, but I feel like that wouldn't be authentic. And I feel like if they were going to do that, like, so many people would complain. Like, I would definitely be complaining. I'd be like, look, that doesn't look like the character in the movie. Especially since this is coming from somebody who's human, not an animation version of the character. Again, no complaint on this doll. Like, I feel like she's so beautiful for the price point. Because again, budget dolls now, $10 to $15. We go into it thinking like, okay, fashionista quality. But for her, yes, it's molded. So the top isn't removable. I know the Disney Store version, I think, has a removable top, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have pictures here if I remember to post it. Again, I don't know why the face on the other one, the one from the Disney Store, just doesn't connect with me. And I don't feel alone, because I've seen a lot of people posting their stories going to like Disney Springs or going to Disney World and finding the dolls and going like, oh, she's beautiful, and they're buying them. But I just feel like this one just looks so good. And I don't feel alone. So in the comments, do you prefer this one or the Disney Store version? And then again, I'm not comparing this doll to any of the other past Ariels because it's so different, and this is a different likeness. This is obviously based off of a live action, you know, so totally different Little Mermaid universe versus like when the Tycho doll was released, when Mattel had the licensing. It's totally different from what, you know, I collected in the 90s as well. So very, very different versions of Ariel. But to me, it's such a progression of Ariel and an evolution of not only the doll, but the character itself. And that's one thing where with this movie, I haven't seen it yet, obviously. It's not out yet. I'm always very like, when it comes to Disney live action movies. Sometimes I'm like, this doesn't translate well. Like, you know, again, no shade of Will Smith as a genie, but it didn't translate as a genie well on screen. And then same thing with Beauty and the Beast. Like, some of the characters, like, it just didn't translate well on screen. But so far from the preview with this movie, I think they went in going, you know what? The Little Mermaid fans are diehard fans. I love Little Mermaid. I've been a Little Mermaid fan forever. So I'm going in going, my expectations are high. And I think I'm not alone with this. And I feel like with this one, the trailer so far, I think this is going to be one of their best live action movies. I think one of their best live actions was Cinderella. Don't know why. Costume was stunning. Acting was great. I feel like it was, because all the Disney live actions are campy, but the Cinderella one was just not too campy. It was camp done right in some parts, and like, I don't know, I just thought it was really good versus some of the other ones, like, again, Beauty and the Beast and like Lion King, and you know, even the Aladdin one, I couldn't get through it. I just, it's yeah, those are, I'm just not a Disney live action fan. But this one, my expectations are high, but also from the trailer, I think they're gonna do it well. I think it's gonna be, again, I'm hopeful that it's gonna be really good, but I don't know. Again, no shade to anybody. I know there's a lot of people who love the Disney live action movies, but I'm just not one of them. I just feel like it's so hard sometimes when we're so used to these animated characters and they're trying to make them semi-animated in the real world. I don't know. It just doesn't look right. But I think this actress is doing such a great job so far. Again, I haven't seen the movie, but from the trailer and just her singing, I think that Halle will do such a great job as Ariel. I mean, she's beautiful. She does the song beautiful, and her doll is beautiful. You know, so regardless if the movie is not good or if the CGI sucks, because I'm not a huge fan of CGI, I think it'll be a lot better than what we've had from other Disney live action movies, that's for sure. Again, I know some people are going to be so, like, I just something, again, the Disney live action, I just don't connect with. It's just, the CGI is just so bad. I mean, that's all you're getting from me is just a head shake. I'm like, no. But like I said, so far with this one, I'm very, very hopeful. And so far the products that have come out look amazing, because some of the Disney dolls from like the Aladdin live action and some of the other live action movies have just not translated well at all. So with this doll, I'm so glad that either it was they were like, you know what, we got to do better with these dolls because it's Little Mermaid and the fan base is, I feel like, a little bit more diehard than some of the other movies. So we got to do this character right, you know. Also, I feel like they're like, we have such a beautiful actress playing Ariel. Can you imagine if they released a doll that just did not look like her? Especially from the collector's world, people would be, I can just imagine. So I'm so glad that they took the time, created a very beautiful face sculpt for her, and I'm very excited for this movie because, like I said, Ariel is one of my favorite princesses. I mean, I really love Mulan too, but Ariel's just always been one of my favorites. Obviously the red hair, hello, you know. I have red hair for a reason, okay? Ariel's definitely on the list of why, one of the many reasons, you know. So she's great. Again, the screen printing on the tail, not the best, but I feel like for $15, beautiful head sculpt, beautiful face up, love the hair. Could have been a little bit thicker. The hair's a little thin, but again, playline doll, totally get it. Don't want to complain on that part of it. And again, she's stunning. They did a great job. All right, so that's my rant. I ranted for, what is this, 10 minutes now. I'm probably going to edit it down, but I ranted for 10 minutes. Let me know what you think. Let me know how excited you are about the Ariel movie, because I know so many people are excited. Like I said, like I went on Instagram and every post has been people picking up these dolls. So the dolls are selling great, even without having to see the movie, because I think Ariel has just been such a big part of so many of our lives. You know, I mean, it just, I can't get over how much I'm very excited. I'm very excited. And for once, a Disney live action movie looks good. Looks good, because some of the other ones I would see the trailer and I was just like, oh, that's nice. I'll watch it at someone's house or something. You know, but this movie I'm just like, oh my god, I cannot wait. And I got like chills watching the trailer, and the music and her voice is so great. Like I'm very hopeful about this movie. I'm very hopeful. But yeah, she's beautiful. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. I think she's great. I'm so glad I got her. And I didn't realize how big this costume, because this is the same costume that I got when I did my Ariel collection video like 8 years ago, and I must have lost a lot of weight because it does not fit anymore. I'm like pulling it off. Yeah, it's a full costume. It's cute. All right, until next time, check out more stuff from me in the description below. I will probably talk about the movie more. We'll see if I end up buying more dolls, but I'll definitely go watch the movie next month, and I'm sure everybody will. I have a feeling, this is my prediction, it will be probably one of the highest grossing Disney live action movies. I'm not gonna say Disney movie ever, but Disney live action movies, I think it'll be one of the highest grossing. I know some of the other ones have done really good, but I feel like this movie, with all the hype and everything, I think it's gonna be the top grossing one. I'm gonna say that's my prediction. All right, until next time, bye everybody.